Guys, it's been a minute since I've made a video. The reason why I had to make a video was because for 2 weeks I was in Brazil. I had some time off work. I wanted to go to Brazil because Brazil, for me, was one of those destinations that I had to go to. You know what I mean? And I went there. It was pretty fun. I had a good time. But yeah, today in this video, what we're gonna be talking about is why I got why I feel disconjointed from America. I just feel like to be quite honest, after my experience in Brazil, I feel like people's social bond, social cohesion is a lot better in Brazilian society than how it is in America. America's culture is a culture more of exclusivity, and yeah, man, when I was there, people wanted to include you into things. It was easy to make friends. It was easy to talk to people. Conversation felt a lot easier. American culture feels a lot more exclusive. People will say things that don't have an actual meaning. For example, people will say, "Hey, how are you?" They'll wave and then they'll smile. But the true intention is not to be actually nice. The true intention is to be seen as nice. There's not an actual truth behind it in most case scenarios. And I have noticed that older generation people tend to be different in this regard. Um, yeah, whenever they say something, they usually mean it, and they may even carry on the conversation longer than beyond "Hi, how are you?" But that's because I feel like in America, there's a constant shift between paradigms. It's almost a yin and yang type of paradigm where it shifts from this general type of perspective to another type of perspective. For example, I feel like even like the social cohesion was probably much different. You hear a lot of American people, they'll say phrases like, "Oh yeah, it's easier for men than women. It's easier it's like in society, you have to make all your friends in university, um, and you just don't hear these in other countries. So America is in a very unique position where, man, the country, people think in a very polarized manner, and we can see how the 2020 elections went with how they elected a man that tried to cause an insurrection in the country and how he's still president. I don't know how we're going to make it another 3 years. Well, the political condition in America is very warped, but I just think that it's more so a cause of American culture as a whole. American culture has been slowly shifting towards this direction, and the Republican Party, for example, they've been trying to push for this type of rhetoric for years, but they just needed a political candidate that had enough charisma, had enough, I would say, spotlight in the media in order to really be a viable source to be able to spread this rhetoric. I feel like they've been trying to do this for the past 30, 40 years. Um, but United States generally is not headed in the great direction. I feel more free, honestly, when I'm abroad in different countries than in my own country. This country just feels like you're constantly just caught into something. It feels like it's always some sort of a trouble, some sort of a stress going on, and I feel like this society needs a social safety net. People don't have enough social safety nets. Being an American, it feels like things all could go wrong at any time. And I don't think that this feeling necessarily comes out of nowhere. It comes from people's dissatisfaction from things not getting necessarily better. Yeah, you can say that our country is going in a good direction on paper, but it feels as though our country is in a constant sense of stagnation. What are the only things that we have to look forward to? The fact that our country is invading another country, Venezuela, the fact that our country is having talks about invading Greenland. is this a future that American people want to have? And not even to mention the quality of life generally in America just feels as though it's way lower. I'm not gonna lie, our salaries are a lot higher, but that's proving to not be as true in the future. Um, and people just are generally dissatisfied with this country because it isn't going in a great direction, because a lot of things frankly suck. It's not convenient in this country. Hey, if you want to go to a store in this country, I mean, oh my God, I have to drive 10 minutes to go to a store where I live, and it's in a metropolitan city. I live in Atlanta. Why is it that I have to drive 10 minutes there and then it's 10 minutes back? And then not even to account for the amount of time that I was at the store. So I'm spending 15 minutes on an activity where if I was in Europe, it would only take probably like 5-10 minutes, but I'm spending an extra like 10-15 minutes in America, so nearly twice the amount of time than in Europe. So just the general quality of life, everything feels like pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie. But how I've been feeling is I know that I'm gonna more than likely move out of the country fairly soon. I'll probably live in a country like Brazil. Then I'll probably ping pong to the United Kingdom, maybe, or Poland. One of my friends, his family is from Poland, so he's gonna take me there. I'll experience it with him, and he speaks Polish. I'll be able to have a cool experience there. It'll be pretty freaking awesome. I'm looking forward to have more experiences outside the United States. And honestly, man, with this YouTube channel, I know I said, man, unironically, I'm just so used to speaking a certain type of way, but unironically, with this YouTube channel, if it can become a viable enough source of income, then I want to talk about politics. I want to talk about a variety of things. I want to maybe even debate people. I'm really interested in debate and learning a lot more about political research. So this video is more so an update about where I'm at, where I'm thinking about this direction of this channel, and just everything. Yeah, so that's probably gonna be it for today's video. It's fairly short, but yeah, it's just a quick life update, update what I think about the political situation, social situation, the United States, and everything. Okay, so guys, all right, so I'm gonna clock out. See you guys in the next video. Bye.